Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask, Heidi. Today is November the 22nd. It's a Wednesday. It's Go for a Ride Day. We should go for a ride. National Cranberry Relish Day. Love Your Freckles Day. Do you have freckles? You have a couple?
Oh, I'm covered in freckles.
Do you love your
not
freckles?
As many on my... No. No, I
See,
do not.
I like freckles. I think they're cute. And I knew you had freckles. I was just giving you the chance to say it rather than me telling everybody that my wife has some freckles.
Everybody does.
Yeah. It is Start Your Own Country Day. John and Heidi Topia? No, I don't think so.
John and Heidi is staying.
I don't think we need our own country. National Stop the Violence Day and Humane Society Anniversary Day today. All of those things happening. It's also the anniversary of the death of John F. Kennedy. It was 60 years ago today, and we're going to visit with Rob Reiner and Soledad O'Brien. There's a special program that they've been doing talking about that for the anniversary, so we're going to visit with them all about that coming up.
It's more important now than ever before to have a better credit card. We would love to help at bettercreditcards.com. We offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we can help you find a good fit for you at bettercreditcards.com.
Give yourself a little credit. Go ahead and switch to bettercreditcards.com.
That's bettercreditcards.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. It seems that many of us are delaying our holiday shopping this year in hopes of scoring better deals later on. A survey of over 2,000 adults in the U.S. found that almost everybody, 97%, have plans to holiday shop, but about half, 47%, have not even started yet. Those who have not finished their shopping, 8 in 10, are, quote, waiting for better bargains. That sounds like a Heidi kind of thing.
It's terrible this year.
What kind of bargains are they looking for?
To.
One poll survey, 64% of respondents said that interest-free promotions allow them to pay over time with no late or hidden fees. They would like that. Discounts and sales, 54%. Buy now, pay later, 54%, were tied to some big desired options. 75% of consumers indicated they plan to spend the same amount or more than they did last year, 75%. So where are we on that? Are we spending the same amount or more?
We're probably about the same.
About the same? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to get you the same thing I got you last year.
Nothing.
And that's what you got me.
That's right.
And we're fine with that. We've got so much stuff. Surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com.
Did you know you can allocate a percentage of your IRA to physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover? You can put your IRA back on the gold standard. Genesis Gold IRA is the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Call now for your free gold and silver report and learn how to qualify for up to $10,000 in free silver. GenesisGoldIRA.com would like to help you protect your IRA today with a simple phone call. Learn more and get the phone number at GenesisGoldIRA.com. That's GenesisGoldIRA.com.
Did you know? Brought to you by GenesisGoldIRA.com. Heidi, did you know that the TikTok thing is in the news here again? Would you deactivate your TikTok for a month if you were paid $59 to do so? I would.
I don't even have one,
That's-
but
yeah,
absolutely
I would sign up and then I would deactivate it. How about Instagram? Would $47 cut it? In a study from the National Bureau of Economics Research, they found social media users would be willing to break their scrolling habits on these platforms for a fee. The report said that users would, quote, require a substantial compensation to stop using social media when others in their network keep using it, end quote. Interestingly, the same study found that users would be willing to pay $28 and $10 to have their friends and themselves all deactivate these things together. Researchers said that it's a sign that social media could be a, quote, product marketing trap, end quote. So I want to say that I'm not addicted to those things, but I'm on them a lot. Yeah. I used to read books, people. I mean, it's hard to tell by listening to me. At one point,
I went and got a library card and I started reading again. And
at one point, I was quite informed on things. Nowadays, I'm like, wait, what? What is this? All right, we don't know everything, but now we know this.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by InsuranceChicken.com. Don't expect to see Jack Nicholson pop up in a movie anytime soon. Apparently, he's enjoying retirement a little too much. Recently turned 86 and turned down a role because he said, I'm just doing whatever I want to do. And he wants to be quiet, and he wants to eat, and he wants to live the life that he wants
You
to
know
live.
what? Good for him.
Yeah.
I don't blame him one bit.
In other news, Gordon Ramsay has become the dad for the 6th time, become a dad rather, TV chef, been married to Tana Ramsay since 1996. He celebrated his 57th birthday.
That's fantastic.
And they've got a brand new baby. Can you imagine at 57 having a brand new baby?
I couldn't,
Me
but
neither.
I think that's wonderful for
And
them.
did you know there was a movie called The Marvels?
I've heard of the Marvels.
Have you? I have not. It set a record for the worst opening weekend for a Marvel Cinematic Universe movie. The Marvels is a sequel to 2019's Captain Marvel. Anyway, it did not do well.
I would assume people are starting to get a little sick of this same genre over and over and over again.
It's the biggest box office bomb of 2023 so far. We're not done yet. Big screen, little screen, brought to you by InsuranceChicken.com.
Do you cringe when you get your mobile phone bill? Mint Mobile can help. Just $15 a month for premium wireless. Give your family a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone to Mint Mobile. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That is far less than most people are paying. Just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. Take a listen to this. There are about 30 million dead people on Facebook. I never thought about that,
well,
but when
yeah,
somebody
if they
passes
don't
away, that
Yeah.
account just sits there forever and ever and ever. And here's the thing that's weird. I had somebody steal the identity of your Uncle Mike and send me a message trying to get me to sign up for some program. I'm like, how are things? I'm assuming it's, it's got to be pretty peaceful there. And, they're chatting with me, pretending to be somebody that they're not. I'm like,
That's
okay,
awful.
next time check the account that you hacked or the account that you're pretending to use here. That guy's dead. Like, stop it. And even though 2023 has been, for many, a tough year, hope does remain. To quote from a guy named, what's his name here? Prince William. Yeah. Prince William said, it's okay. Hope does
Yeah.
remain.
Good for you, Prince William, with all the stress and
I
pressures
know.
that you have from all of the bad economy.
We're going to have to let off, let maybe one or two people out of the 1,000 from our staff go. It's just been rough around the palace. Just saying. He announced the winners of the 2023 Earshot Prize, a competition that he launched to help find solutions to environmental problems. 5 eco-innovators were awarded £1 million each to develop their ideas at a star-studded event in Singapore. Why did they do it in Singapore? He's the prince in England. Winners,
no idea.
including a firm making batteries for electric vehicles using easier to recycle components. I like that. A community initiative protecting Andean forests. A scheme helping farmers cut food waste. A nonprofit with a plan to support the planet's ocean conservation needs. And a team with a plan for removing emissions and boosting farmer profits and land restoration. So it sounds like they've got some good stuff they're working on. He called the recipients architects of change toward a healthy and sustainable world, end quote. So I'm sorry for making fun of the good old Prince William. I thought it just seemed really weird
It is a little funny.
that he started out the story with hope does remain.
Yeah.
I know how hard it is. I'm down
I
to a
can
mere
relate.
2,000 pairs of slippers. I don't even know what I'm going to do. All right. That is your scoop of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. If you're looking for a new opportunity, South Dakota is calling. There's over 27,000 open jobs at this very moment. Whether you like the city life or if you're more of a fan of the rural lifestyle, South Dakota has plenty to offer. From the Black Hills and the Badlands on the west side of the state to the rolling prairies in the middle with many small towns and the city of Sioux Falls on the eastern edge, there's no state income tax in South Dakota and many job opportunities. Learn more about what's waiting for you in South Dakota at movetosd.com. That's movetosd.com. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show. Excited to visit right now with not one, but two amazing people. We're going to talk with Rob Reiner and Soledad O'Brien. Today is the 60th anniversary of the JFK assassination, which is a very sad event for our nation's history. But even sadder is the fact that 60 years later, we still don't know the answer to this question. Who killed JFK? And these two and many others working on a project to kind of give us some insight into that. So we've got Rob and we've got Soledad. Ladies first. Soledad, first of all, what was it like when you got that call to be a part of this project?
It's a very fast yes, let me tell you. Like the fastest yes I've ever given in my life. Because, of course, Rob Reiner is an amazing storyteller. And I think it was fascinating to me. I come to this as an outsider. I was not obsessed with the assassination of JFK. I learned about it in high school. It predates me. I was -3 when it happened. And so I kind of learned about it like any, event in history. Here's what happened. Lee Harvey Oswald, single bullet, done and done. And I think to dive into a project where, in fact, not done and done. In fact, there's tons of contradictory evidence. In fact, a lot of what we know is wrong. And that we could take people through our 10 episodes where we walk them through a very deep dive into some of the specifics and the connections and all the things that we didn't know at the time, but over 60 years we have learned, and we could piece it together for them. So whether you're obsessed with it, as Rob has been for 60 years, or not obsessed at all, as I am, I think we have something for a person who's listening. They'll learn a lot, and they'll really understand it.
I love that. And I love that there's two completely different perspectives. And Rob, this is something that's near and dear to you. And I was reading in here, maybe I even heard it in the preview, that you were 16 at the time. But this is something that, you lived through this. You remember this firsthand. And that is a completely different perspective than Soledad. But how did it become such an important thing to you in your life, Rob?
Well, like anybody who was alive at that time, we were traumatized by it. I mean, this was an American president murdered in broad daylight on an American city. 2 days later, we see the man who's accused of murdering this guy himself murdered on live television. I saw that happen. So this was a trauma, a national trauma of epic proportions. And I liken it to a loved one that that's been murdered. You're not going to rest until you know who did it and why they did it. That's what America has been through in 60 years. Those of us who were alive and conscious at the time want to know the answer to that, because we won't feel comfortable until we are hearing the truth. And this was the first time that we started believing that maybe our government wasn't telling us the truth. Up until then, we were the good guys. We won the Second World War. We defeated fascism, and we believed what the government told us. And all of a sudden, this happens, and now people are starting to look at the Warren Commission. They go, oh, wait a minute, this doesn't make sense. This doesn't make sense. And we started to distrust the government. So it's been with me for these many years, and bits and pieces of information come out, and I pay attention to it, and I say, well, how does that fit into the overall picture? And what we try to do is put all those pieces together, because if you're not following it over 60 years, you'll take a little bit of information and go, oh, well, that happened, but how does that fit in with everything else? We take all the information that's been made available for 60 years, and we put it in one place. And I think a very credible conclusion as to what actually happened that day.
I love that. And again, there's 3 episodes out right now, but there's 10 in total. So today on the 60th anniversary, if you want to catch the 3 episodes that are out, you can. But over the course of how long before we see the next 7? Are they coming fairly soon, do you think?
We drop them every week. Every Wednesday, we drop a new episode. And then there are 2 bonus episodes. We have so many great interviews and so much content. We have 2 bonus episodes as well.
Rob, how long have you been working on this? I know this is a passion project. This didn't just start the other day, though, did it?
No. Years. And I actually started developing it at Paramount, and then the guy I was developing it with got fired. And then I heard of Soledad's murder on the towpath, and that gave me the idea that maybe we could tell this story. And I was very lucky to get Soledad because she is experienced. I have tremendous respect for her. She has a great production team that helped us put it all together. And, so it's been cooking in my head for quite a while.
I love it. Well, Rob and Soledad, thank you for putting your heart into this, and thank you for taking the time to chat with us about it today.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Again, the program is called Who Killed JFK? I've got a link to it in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
It's more important now than ever before to have a better credit card. We would love to help at bettercreditcards.com. We offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs, whether you want a card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit. We can help you find a good fit for you at bettercreditcards.com.
Give yourself a little credit. Go ahead and switch to better credit cards. bettercreditcards.com.
That's bettercreditcards.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
In 2007, a filled 1,000-gallon inflatable swimming pool was stolen from a New Jersey backyard without a single drop of water being
I think
found.
I've heard
Yeah,
that.
we talked about that once. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Most tropical marine fish could survive in a tank filled with human blood. Ew.
That's pretty gross.
It is kind of gross. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
During his or her lifetime, the average human will grow 590 miles of hair.
Oh.
That's a lot of hair.
Yeah, that's a little gross thinking about, too.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Most of the clocks shown in the movie Pulp Fiction are set to 4:20. So, like, all the way through that entire movie, it was always 4:20.
Okay.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The last letter added to the English alphabet was J in 1524. Prior to that, the letter I was used for both the I sounds and the J sounds.
Okay.
So, my name would be John, but it would be IOHN. And our final fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Sherlock Holmes is quoted as saying, "Elementary, my dear Watson." How many times did he say that officially in all of the
Probably
books?
Not ever.
Right. Never. Not once. Not once. All right. Several fun facts. Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Did you know you can allocate a percentage of your IRA to physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover? You can put your IRA back on the gold standard. Genesis Gold IRA is the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Call now for your free gold and silver report and learn how to qualify for up to $10,000 in free silver. GenesisGoldIRA.com would like to help you protect your IRA today with a simple phone call. Learn more and get the phone number at GenesisGoldIRA.com. That's GenesisGoldIRA.com.
Time now for the Mint Mobile question of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of Mintervention.com. Question, Heidi. 30% of us do this at home. 65% do this somewhere else. And 5% don't even do this. What is it?
Exercise?
No. Wash their vehicle. But I got to tell you, exercise was a really good guess. I bet those numbers got to be pretty close too. But wash their vehicle. 30% do this at home, 65% do it elsewhere, and 5% don't wash your vehicle at all. My vehicle looks like it's never been washed.
It's gotten pretty bad. It
I need
really
to go.
has.
I need to go wash my. I went down a gravel road when it was raining, and that was like a month and a half ago.
Yeah, it's
Since then,
it's
I just
pretty
look,
bad.
Yeah, it looks rough. Mint Mobile question of the day comes your way, courtesy of Mintervention.com.
Do you cringe when you get your mobile phone bill? Mint Mobile can help. Just $15 a month for premium wireless. Give your family a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone to Mint Mobile. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That is far less than most people are paying. Just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Now, some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. Despite the fact that he starred in one of the biggest movies of the decade, Ken, the doll, didn't make the cut. But Fisher-Price Corn Popper has been voted into the National Toy Hall of Fame alongside baseball cards, Cabbage Patch Kids, Nerf foam toys. The Toy Hall of Fame in Rochester, New York, announced that Fisher-Price Popper, a push toy that encourages babies to walk, was chosen by fans who were invited to celebrate the Hall's 25th anniversary by voting for one of 5 toys that made it into the finals. Others were passed over. The rest
I really
of the
can't
so-called
believe Ken wasn't already in.
You'd think he'd be in there.
Yeah.
Some of the others that were included, the Pogo Stick, the My Little Pony, Pez Dispenser, and Transformer. So they were the forgotten 5, the ones that didn't quite make it. Weird news. Oh, I got a link to the whole thing. If you want to read all of it and see who all is in there. I think it's brilliant that somebody started a Toy Hall of Fame because now every year we pay attention to what they have to say. Meanwhile, it's like, you know what? This means nothing, really. Nothing.
Oh, it does.
I
They're
don't
pretty
know.
impactful on our lives, whether you want to
Oh, I
admit it or
understand
not.
that. But just because yours isn't in there doesn't mean it's any less important.
No, I know.
I'm just saying these people made the list so they get to say what's important. Weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for the list brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. Digital jargon that leaves me fit to be tied. 1 in 6 older adults admit they're baffled by the next generation of digital terms. I'm one of these, and I'm not even in this age group they're talking about. They're talking about people over the age of 65, but smishing. What?
Smishing.
I had to look this up, too. Sending texts while pretending to be from a reputable company in order to steal somebody's personal info.
Okay.
Okay. Vishing, a type of cyber attack that uses voice and telephone technologies to trick people into revealing sensitive data. Here's the thing. Just don't tell anybody anything. Hyperlink is another word they didn't know. USB-C, that's the thing you plug into your cell phone now. Ransomware, it's a type of thing they use to steal your identity and stuff. URL, that's just the name you type in to put in a domain name. It's a URL. Phishing, that's where they're trying to get information from you to steal your identity. QR code. I'm not a fan of those.
I don't like the QR codes.
I'm like, just put a website.
Restaurants all the time try to get you to scan a code instead of giving you a paper menu.
Just
give me a menu.
Cloud, malware, and there's other things on here like IP address, cookies, streaming. I've got the whole list in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. If you're looking for a new opportunity, South Dakota is calling. There's over 27,000 open jobs at this very moment. Whether you like the city life or if you're more of a fan of the rural lifestyle, South Dakota has plenty to offer. From the Black Hills and the Badlands on the west side of the state to the rolling prairies in the middle with many small towns and the city of Sioux Falls on the eastern edge, there's no state income tax in South Dakota and many job opportunities. Learn more about what's waiting for you in South Dakota at movetosd.com. That's movetosd.com. Now your quote of the day comes your way, courtesy of insurancechicken.com. Quote today is from Larry David.
I love Larry David.
He is so funny. When I'm in social situations, I always hold on to my glass. It makes me feel comfortable and secure, and I don't have to shake hands. Quote of the day from Larry David comes your way, courtesy of insurancechicken.com. They're also very familiar with quotes, insurance quotes at insurancechicken.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. Comes your way courtesy of GenesisGoldIRA.com. Headline here, Heidi. Kenyan holiday devoted to planting 100 million trees. How cool is that?
Great.
They each and every Kenyan has their own initiative. The objective is for every Kenyan to contribute by planting a minimum of 2 trees collectively, reaching the 100 million tree goal. So the seedlings are provided free of charge at a forestry agency center for planting in designated public areas. Additionally, citizens are encouraged to purchase at least 2 seedlings for planting on their own land as well. So they're going, hey, if you get a few that you plant there, you can also buy a few to put at your place too. And I'm seeing video footage here, and there's photos as well of these areas where they're planting these trees. And the one area seems to be like a very wet, muddy area. And I think that maybe the concept there is if they plant these trees, that will
help stabilize that land.
Yeah, make it so it's not so wet and so muddy. But there's a lot of trees they've planted there already, which is really, really cool. And then there's another area where they've got like shovels, they're digging holes, and it's more of a grassy area. But again, the government's urging all participants to document their tree planting endeavors using the Jaza Mila app. The measure will enable officials to maintain precise records as whether or not they hit their goal. The person says the exercise will continue beyond the special holiday, and they expect that 500 million trees will have been planted by the end of the rainy season in December. So they're trying to do 100 million trees in one day, and then they're hoping to have 500 million trees when it's completely done.
Right. That's pretty cool.
That is very cool. We planted quite a few trees this year.
We planted a lot of trees.
We
at
bought
our
a different
house.
home, and we took out some trees that were problem trees, and we put in brand new, hopefully not problem trees.
Yeah, we're
but
hoping.
Nowhere near 100 million trees. We're off that a bit. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you so much for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Wednesday.